The reason why I'm filming in a different place is because I kind of got a mess going on with my desk. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to another What's in the Box product review. As you can see, it's a little bit of a different look, and as you could tell, what I'm reviewing already is a computer desk from GALSOR. Just to be clear, as a disclaimer, I was sought after by GALSOR to review this desk, but all the things I'm going to say and show you in this video is completely my own. I'm not influenced by anything. I'm not being told to say anything that I wouldn't normally say. So, with that said, I was already thinking about getting a new desk. The one that I got from my mother-in-law. I only can sit in one section because it was a traditional computer desk with 3 drawers on the side, and it worked well. It was a solid desk, but I want to have a little bit more freedom moving side to side. My wife works from home sometimes, so I wanted to be able to have something where I can have my setup and kind of have my wife have her little space as well. So it kind of worked out. All right, so as you can see in the picture, I got this from Amazon. The link will be down below where you can get this desk. As you can see in the picture, like I said before, it's from Amazon. It's no thrills, no fancy this, no fancy that. But sometimes people want that just basic clean look, and this is very clean. So yeah, like I got my notes here, and I'm going to be going over some things that while putting it together, what I noticed and stuff like that. So let's get into the box and see what comes in there. All right, so what you can see, what is in the box is 4 legs, 2 of the braces, and the hardware, which is the screws and foot pegs and the Allen wrench. All right, as far as the dimensions, it is 63 inches wide. That is from left to right. It is 17 inches deep, which is from front to back, and it is 28.7 inches tall, and that's from the floor up. And I've seen similar products when I looked up the store and what they were finding. You know how other things pop up on Amazon. This table is rated to say that it holds up to 440 pounds. I've seen some that was a little bit less, but that's a significant amount of weight. I'm not going to be putting that to the test anytime soon. So, you know, I can definitely see it holding a lot of weight just for the simple fact that the legs, the base of it, is made out of metal. All right, it's not the thickest or strongest metal. It's not solid, but you know it's still metal nonetheless. Square tube. I think it's, like I said, I don't know if I said it already. Maybe 2 by 2 inches in diameter. When it comes to putting this thing together, you're gonna, everything that you get in the box is fine, but you're gonna want to kind of not follow the instructions. First of all, as far as putting the legs on, you'll see on the inside that there is threaded, there's a threaded metal pieces that's embedded in the leg. They're welded onto the leg, and then you put it in a corner, and then you put the screw in there. And here's a little tip for you, so you won't end up doing what I did. Don't use the long screws, okay? The long screws are for the leg braces, and I'll show you what happened when I put those into the leg braces as well. But you're going to want to use the short ones, okay? That's what those are for. Obviously, you'll be able to count it up and put it together. I tend to ignore the instructions at times and get ahead of myself. So I'm gonna help you out. That Allen wrench is trash. Not to say that it's cheap. It's just that it's not enough room to go from left to right, and then you only can go so much. I think that's 180 degrees. So you'll find yourself, hitting the table or dropping out or anything like that. So I happen to have a few little tools, and if you have them, you have them, your parents have them, your husband or wife or whoever has these tools, this is going to help you. Find a bit that is going to help you, or find a bit that's going to fit into those hexagon screw holes, and they're pretty much universal. I think it may be 1/8. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. But find yourself a bit, a socket, and a ratchet, and do it that way. You're gonna have to maybe turn it just a little bit with your fingertips, but once you start catching, you can go ahead and ratchet that down, and that's a whole lot faster. All right, that's gonna save you a ton of time, and you won't over tighten it. You shouldn't over tighten it, but the ratchet is the way to go. So I don't know what they call them, the foot pegs or the bottoms of them. Basically, it's these, so you can slide the desk easy, you can adjust the height and everything. It's these plastic pieces. What you want to do is put those inside the legs first, because the legs are not solid, they're hollow, and they're not welded in different places to keep it from bending. I had made a mistake in tightening it too much because I was waiting for it to catch and slow down as they did when I was putting the legs on, but it didn't do that. And what ended up happening was I ended up bending the metal, as you can see. So what I did was I just took my hand and bended it, bent it back and straight, popped the foot pegs in all four corners, and then tighten the thing down, and that helps a lot with you not being able to go past that threshold before it bends. All right, so when it comes to how it was shipped and everything, I don't want to put this on the company at all. I don't want to put this on GALSOR. Not totally. Uh, you have to contribute some of this to the parcel service that is delivering your package. So mine was delivered by UPS. And like I said, I don't want to put it all on UPS, and I don't want to put it all on GALSOR. Things happen. It comes with these little plastic corner pieces. Um, as far as speaking for addressing GALSOR, what I would say is, when shipping your product, you might want to invest in some thicker, sturdier corner pieces. I've seen some products come in boxes and they're significant, but maybe change. I would suggest, if you don't want to spend money on those corner pieces, I would suggest putting corner pieces of styrofoam on your corners, because as you can see right here, there was a little damage on all four corners, and even on this one corner right here, as you can see, it actually chipped the wood. It actually chipped it in another place, but it actually chipped the wood, and you can see the tabletop is exposed now, which is, speaking of the tabletop, is MDF, which is really, in all essence, MDF is just sawdust glued together, in like a patty, okay, if you will. It's just, it's compressed, and it dries, and it feels like solid wood at some point, but it's really not solid wood. So, moving ahead, I will have to be conscious of that corner. The other corners, I'm gonna have to watch out for, because eventually it's gonna end up splitting if I'm not careful, bumping into stuff or whatever case may be. But once that stuff gets wet or it starts cracking, sometimes it kind of goes downhill from there. But the good thing about this, and the way they designed the bottom, maybe GALSOR, you want to move forward from here and give a different option, maybe a higher price option, is to offer a solid wood option. Because if I wanted to change the top, or if the top became so damaged, I have a metal frame, and all I got to do is just measure it, the top, and go forward and go to Home Depot or something like that, and make a new top for it, a solid top. But like I said, GALSOR, maybe that's something that you guys can take into consideration, is when you having these tables, give them a couple of different options. One being color, and then the other being a solid piece of wood, and then MDF. Keeps the cost down, but then it gives people an option of what kind of quality they want to get. Okay, so like I was saying, I can't put it all on either place, the Parcel Company or GALSOR, but as you can see in the picture, it says that it's scratch resistant, water resistant, so on and so forth. Nothing is really scratch resistant as far as like not having scratches, so I'm not surprised that the top had a couple scratches on it. I would probably more or less put that on GALSOR, because the way the styrofoam was laying in the box, I don't see how it could have been scratched any other way. It's not a deal breaker for me, because I'm going to be putting stuff on top of the table anyway, and I know that it's laminated, and I know that it's MDF. So the desk is going to do some work for me. So it's not a deal breaker for me if it had a couple of scratches. It would have been a deal breaker for me. It would be a deal breaker for me for the cracked corners. So I would have sent it back. But I'm not going to be that picky about it. But all in all, very solid desk. I don't have any complaints about it. It's nice and long. It's a little bit longer than my old desk. It's way lighter, so it's easier to move around. I had scratched my floors a couple years ago, moving in the desk and everything. The desk that I had, but this one right here has the plastic bottoms, slides on the floor easy enough. I'm pretty sure you could do a couple little things to make it a little bit more easier, but it is a nice, light, clean looking desk. Unfortunately, I can't show you a picture because, like I said, it looks like a complete mess over there. I took all the stuff out of my old desk and kind of threw it on that desk and got some totes underneath and whatever came for me. But all in all, like I said, link is down below. That is my honest opinion about their product. It is a nice, wonderful product, but a couple things maybe the company want to look at moving forward. But as I always say, if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.